So here we go for qualifying. Another GP is upon us, and it is the Australian Grand Prix. We've got Australia, a fast lap in Brazil, Jeddah and Australia again to come. And we're going to be using the boosted drivers of Alonso and Gasly, who are absolutely maxed out to the limit. But before we get into champions, we need to do the giveaway results. So obviously everybody entered to get a platinum crate. 3 winners there will be. So let's get right into the draw for a platinum crate. So here we go then. 3 winners will each get 1 platinum crate each. I'm about to find out who them winners are. 110 entries all together, so good luck to every single person who absolutely entered this giveaway. Massive turnout, and let's see which 3 players will earn themselves a platinum crate of their highest series. So let's go with spin number 1, and good luck to you all. Who do we get in spin number 1? The lucky winner, first of all, is Scott Owls. So Scott Owls is the first winner and lucky winner of a platinum crate. So for spin 2, second person to win a platinum crate. And make sure you good luck and congrats everybody in the comment below. Okay, Dan DRS is the second winner of a platinum crate. So 2 results in. If you haven't been won yet, last try. So the third person to win a platinum crate of the highest series is 95 Underdog 95. So I'll find your comment and reach out to you, the best way to get in touch. But well done to Scott Owls, Dan DRS and 95 Underdog 95, who are the winners of a platinum crate each. So let's go race 1, and in Australia, now I'm expecting that we're pretty much going to start 1-2, or if we get a similar matchup, maybe 1 between 4 basically. We should hopefully be starting on the front row. And we do. So P1 and 2, so it should be a nice, easy qualifying and races if we don't get a human matchup, but that's obviously a big if. So we're going to go Taurus on the mediums. We've got a real player as well here in race 1, so I'm going to use the softs. I'm going to use Jin. I'm going to get away from him. Taurus on the mediums. So we're going to build a gap with Alonso, get him out of the way, and then we should do the Taurus and hold him up the field a little bit. So let's ping Alonso away from the start, like we do. Rival using some boosts as well. And Gasly got a pretty slow start there. And Alonso is away. So we want the rival to get held up as much as possible, just to combat that human matchup. And Gasly settles down into P2. Alonso in P1. Obviously blocking, cornering and grip for Alonso. Cornering, tyre management and fuel for Pierre Gasly. So nice little gap at the moment. Rival using Tulip and Warrior, I think it was. So we've just got to manage the gap between the field. So I think if we get some decent matchups this weekend in terms of human players, it will definitely, and they're so close to team score, it will make for a very interesting race. Very fun race. But we're just going to try. So the best thing to do on here, 4 medium, 4 medium. Or 5 medium, 3 medium. But with the way it is, with this rival, I just want to basically get ahead and move as quick as possible away from the field. And we are doing that so good at the moment. Just managing. Looks like the rival's managing, and he's going to fall back in P5 when he pits. So let's boost Alonso. We'll move him clear. Pierre Gasly looking good in P2. We could still get a safety car though. That is key. So if we've got to prepare, and we should get... We'll push with Gasly. We're not going to take any chances. And out comes Fernando. So Fernando out. Gasly carries on round. We'll come back for some mediums. They should be sufficient. Rival pits. He'll lose a couple of spots. And comes out yes, P7, around P7 and P8. So plenty of time. We just got to hope Alonso doesn't get done by a safety car. Is anyone moving quite slowly? Doesn't look like it on the track map. And we are good on another lap at least, as Gasly will come into the pits. And the new pit camera, if you watched my live stream last night, you will notice the new pit that they're doing. As Alonso comes round, and we're just going to cover off here. We're going to pick some mediums. Well, to be honest, we're that far ahead, we might as well go softs. And we're just going to cruise to the end. Gasly's cruising as well at the minute. So I could have done another lap with Alonso, but we're out there trying to safety car protect. And out he comes. So P1, P2. Looking very splendid indeed. With around 2.5 laps coming up to go. Make sure as well, let me know in the comments below how you're going to get on this weekend. Would be very interesting to know how you do get on and what sort of matchups you do get, because Alonso and Gasly 20% boost. If you're running level 6, they're going to be right up at nearly max levels, if not max. So you're going to be playing with the big boys and girls this weekend, which will make it a high scoring, fun weekend. Alonso has 1 lap to go, 1.5. And Gasly just absolutely cruising on that Taurus. Rivals in the pits again. And we're coming round to lap the field. Nice and easy with Alonso. Absolutely flying. It's like he's in an Aston Martin. Absolutely flying through. And we are coming up now to lap P15. Gasly quite a bit behind. 9.6 seconds. And it's going to be a very opening, easy round in Australia. But plenty of more difficult tracks to come. Brazil, Jeddah and Australia again. So here comes Alonso through the finish. And Alonso will win here in Australia. And Pierre Gasly coming around to complete the lineup of a P1, P2 finish to start the week. 1-2 for the AZW F1. Race 2 from Brazil. We're going to go for our fastest lap attempt here in Brazil as well. One of the quickest circuits on the tracks in the game. So we've gone for Claw Whirlpool. And we're going to get some decent positions. We're still going to stay 1-2. That's the power of these two drivers this week. So Pierre Gasly is going to go on to Firework. That's the boost to go. And Alonso is going to go on to Vice. And we should be absolutely good as gold on that. And we're going to ready up and get race 2 underway at the beautiful Sao Paulo. So, good matchup. Rival absolutely miles back. So that's what we absolutely needed in this race. Let's boost Gasly away. We don't need to boost Alonso too much. And we'll cut down there. So we might even do a 2-stop in this race if we want to just hammer some fastest laps in if we can. We're just going to conserve early on. Hold up some, save some tyre, save some fuel, and we'll get racing very shortly. Luckily, the field should stay pretty close. Alonso's going to pretty much chill for the rest of it. So we come down here. So we're going to boost from here, because why not? And we're going to do a full lap of boosting on Gasly for lap number 3. So the AI absolutely clear. And we're going to go for just a quick fastest lap. See what can be done. Can we put in a good lap here in Brazil in the sunny 14 degrees? And already we're in a 7.9. Couldn't even tell you if that's a good sector or not at the moment. I have no idea off the top of my head. But Gasly's coming around in a 7.7 then. So that makes a good 15-second lap so far. And we come up the hill, across the line, and we will cut down right there. Where we are, we're well ahead, so I think we're going to come out on some softs and go again. We're catching up everybody in front. which means they'll get a gap again. Alonso's just going to chill all the way to the end, I think. That's him sorted. He'll be coming back out on the mediums, and I don't think I'm even going to have to push him at all. Alonso's managed tyres perfectly, comes into the pits. And we're going to get a few people in front of us, annoyingly. But we're just going to hammer that laps in. We're not going to get a fastest lap now. We've already done our fastest lap attempt. But we're back out. Big enough gap though. Hard tyres from Leclerc will absolutely fly away from them. So we're going to boost now, because we're not going to get the fast lap in. We'll pit right at the end. If I was you and I was racing Brazil, I'd just do a 4 soft, 4 medium. That's all you need to do. There's no point in doing anything other. So Gasly comes across the line to start lap 5, and you can see already back markers getting in the way. You've got to do your fastest laps early if you want in with a chance. Alonso cruising. We could boost Alonso if we wanted. What's the gap to P3? I mean, it's 10.2 seconds already. So we're all clear on that front. Gasly then gets a bit of clear air here. Cuts the corner as well, so we might actually get a decent lap in here. Was that a really good first sector by Gasly? It doesn't improve, so clearly not. But we're going to have to come into the pits at the end of this anyway, unless he does a good sector here. Can't see anything so far. So we'll just chill out. We'll just cruise to the end. We'll probably run out of tyres at the end, but we're only on lap 8 anyway. No drama at all. Will Alonso catch him up though? That will be the interesting question, because Gasly will definitely run out of tyres. Alonso's just done a 25.2 on them mediums. You can see Gasly, 3% tyres left. He's going to run out of tyres up the hill. But the main thing is, it's going to be a successful race number 2 in Brazil. And you can see Gasly really run out of tyres now. He's not run out of gas, but he's certainly run out of tyres. But he wins in Brazil from Fernando Alonso in P2. Race 3 in Jeddah, and it's real player matchup time again after the first race and now the third. So let's see, it's a fairly decent matchup, 40 team score difference. So let's see if we can overcome this fairly straightforward or not. We're about to find out. Under the lights and the heat of Jeddah, we qualify P1, P2 by the look of it. We do P3 and P4 for the rivals, so it's going to get very interesting in this race, that is for sure. We're going to go dead fast, and we're also going to go eclipse. Fuel, speed, overtaking. Let's see what we can do then. See if we can overcome this rival. I'm sure they're going to be absolutely jumping to try and take points off us as well. So can Pierre Gasly get a launch off the line? He can, and so can Fernando Alonso. Look like a real player, but they haven't boosted off the start. We definitely matched up straight away though, so it's almost like they've decided not to race. But unless it was a very quick matchup with a bot, I'm very surprised. It literally matched instantly, so that's a strange one. But we carry on round, and Gasly is absolutely flying out there. Already round the last corner and starting the next lap. He'll come in at the end of this and we'll pit. 3.3 seconds. We're going to see a Jeddah pit stop as well. Since the update, they have fixed the bug in the pits, so we should be able to see what that is all about. We need a good gap over the mediums, and tell you what, we're already 8 seconds ahead. We're absolutely flying here. So we look like we got a bit lucky. It looks like we got a bot, but either the player swiped or just didn't even, I don't know, a bit strange. But here we go. So Gasly comes in. Alonso not too far behind. We are now in the middle of the pit lane. And we are back out. So Gasly comes out and Alonso will come out as well. P3 is in the pits, so almost a pit stop ahead. And that medium will carry on round. So looking good in Jeddah to take home some decent points, and we're going to just hold fire at the moment. What's the rival come out on? Rivals come out on softs, so we will be even if a safety car does come out. Now I'm going to just get ready to pit if the safety car does come out. And for Gasly, it doesn't. So we're going to boost Gasly from there. What's the gap that we've got? 3.8. So we're going to hold it out for a little bit. Come in for some servicing. 4.2 now, 4.4. So let's boost Alonso. And we'll bring him in. So you definitely want speed round here, guys and girls. Speed, fuel, all absolutely amazing round Jeddah. That's your go-to boosts through here. Speed, overtaking, fuel, bit of tyres, whatever you can get. But definitely speed is one crucial item. Gasly's in. And he's coming back out. No double stack around here. Team are working overtime. And they are straight back out in P1, P2. Rival a good 24 seconds back off the lead in terms of P4, but P3 is in the pits on the softs. We're going to have one race to go after this to basically complete a perfect session. Can we do it though? Back in Australia, that will be the very tough one. So Gasly, we're going to get ready if we need to pit because of a safety car. Don't think we're going to. Nope, no pit needed. So we're going to boost him to the finish and come in. And we're going to do the same with Alonso. No servicing needed on both drivers. We've got more than 50% by the time we cross the line. And we've got a decent gap as well. Gasly's lapping the field in P13 there. Coming all the way through, round Ocon, through Ricciardo. And he's absolutely flying. I mean, dead fast. He's basically making Gasly dead fast. He's full of fuel. And he's putting his pedal down. Gasly into the pits again. Alonso following in. Team are going to be asking for a pay rise again this weekend. They nearly had one last weekend. And suddenly, they're having to do loads of pit stops. But why would you not want to when your driver is lapping the field like we are? How far can we lap? Rivals in the pits, we're not going to catch them too. Can we lap all the AI? Bit of fun for the last lap coming up. We're up to P9 though. And round the last corner. So in the pits is P8, P7. So we're at least lapping the top, outside the top 7. And we'll just keep boosting to the finish. We'll run out of tyres. Probably on the straight on the last corner. Coming into the straight, we'll probably be running out. But we're coming up to even lap P4. And there we are in the hard tyres. And there's Gasly done. Gasly again. Gasly overtakes Gasly and Gasly. Who would have thought? There's more Gaslys in a Pokemon game. But we are through. Gasly will win in Jeddah. Nice and easy in the end. And Fernando Alonso will come home to complete another 1-2 finish. The final race, coming from a repeat of Melbourne in race 1. Quick matchup again, so let's see if this time it is a real player or it will be another bot and they've actually just sped up the bot matches. But we should get a decent qualifying position, and we do, and it is going to be P1, P2 versus P6 and P10. So Gasly, we're going to try something different, and we're going to go Ode on the softs this time. We're going to try that boost. And Fernando Alonso will go on to basically a downforce. I've gone past him, it's at the top. And we go on to downforce for him. So, let's see if it is a real player. Soft and medium selected, which would indicate it may be. And we're going to absolutely fly off here. And so we do. Rival is pushing, no boosts used. So, it is a real player. And they're going to struggle to get out of that absolute mayhem by the look of it. So, we're going to push hard early on in this race. And let's build that gap. Let's get away from the field. And I'm going to boost for around half of this lap. Probably just about going to cut down now. So, all good on tyres. As we come through. And we start lap number 2. Gasly leads from Alonso. Followed by Alonso and Gasly, P3, P4. With Max Verstappen in P5. Quick pit stops with the Ode. Obviously, cornering and grip is what you want around Melbourne. And we are using them boosts exactly. Downforce, corner, grip, tyre management. And you've got Gasly with the corner, grip, and a really fast pit stop. You can see downforce actually keeping with Ode. Just prepare to pit in case the safety car comes out. Can't see any AI going really slow, and they're not. So we're going to boost and pit with Gasly. Alonso just going to keep conserving for now. We've got the rival in P6 who will pit at the end of this lap as well. So we'll keep looking after our fuel, and then we'll boost this lap coming up. So Gasly coming around, should be a really quick pit stop on these softs. And what about Alonso? Alonso can go from there. We're not going to do any risky business. Straight in for probably some mediums just in case we do get pushed. Gasly we're going to push hard as well. Just for these 2 laps, come back for some softs, and that should be job done. Alonso will be job done when he comes in the pits. We are absolutely miles clear, and we're ahead of hards. We definitely don't want a safety car at this stage. Gasly coming round. So Gasly's going to get away with it, and he can come in, and we're just going to chill out now after this lap. Alonso comes back out. He can push pretty much the 4 laps, no problem. And we are going to, at the moment, look forward to a 188 qualifying session. Rival P6, P9. And Gasly coming into the pits as well. Should be a very quick pit stop, maybe in the 2 seconds. There you go, 1.9. I think they definitely deserve a pay rise. They're on fire. 1.9 second pit stop. And that is Gasly through to the finish on lap number 6. Alonso, downforce, not too far behind, sitting a good, 2.9 seconds. And that's on the mediums as well. So you can see there's not too much difference between the boosts, even though the tyres that we've got on. 2.5 now the gap. Although Gasly stuck behind a bit of traffic, which probably does falsely represent the times. 2 laps to go though. And we're looking very good. I mean, Alonso's eating at that gap all the time on the medium boost. Won't be long until he's on his rear gearbox. And you will now be able to see him as well. There he is, just in the distance. Down to 2 seconds the gap. But we're all good. 1 lap to go. Let's give it a boost. Let's get the dust off the accelerator and fly this one home. And we are all good. Rival coming around in P4. We'll make P3 though for the rival. So he's up to P3. Can he get any more positions with that P7? Doesn't potentially look like it. We've got Gasly coming around the last few corners now. And Pierre Gasly is going to complete a successful qualifying session. He comes home in P1. And Fernando Alonso not too far behind, only 1.7 seconds in the end. And that secures us a 4th lot of the magic 47 points through to the weekend. It was a pretty easy qualifying session in the end. Drivers starting 1-2 absolutely makes a massive difference when it comes to racing. So let's see where that puts us. Let's check out our lap time and see if we are on top in qualifying. So we'll continue. And looking now at the leaderboard we go. Into champion, we're sitting top at the moment, 188 points. 4 races, all 47s. And we've done that pretty easy. And let's look at our lap time. We do a 23.034. I do think a 23.001 is possible, but we will absolutely take that time and move it on to the weekend. At the weekend, opening round on Saturday, Melbourne, Miami, Monza and Spa to come to you. And then on Sunday, we move to Zandvoort, France, Imola and Melbourne. Can we keep up and push for another P1 to go to our tally? That's what we'll be hoping for. A massive thank you again to everyone who entered the giveaway. Sadly, if you didn't win, better luck next time, but congratulations to the 3 winners who each bagged themselves a platinum crate. Thanks for all the subscribers, the channel members, and as always, we will see you in the next one.